Hello, everybody. Where did I put my phone? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Where did I put my other phone? Okay. Here we go. We're live. There we go. Okay. So say hi when you're hopping on. Welcome. We're Josh and Shelly, and we are going over food labels. So we started this a few weeks ago, and it was something that he came up with to want to go over food labels and basically see what's in our cupboard. And we know that, like, basically if it's in our cupboard, it might be in your cupboard too. We did get the screen fixed today, so you'll see us looking up that way a lot.
Yeah, if you see our eyes going.
So if you see our eyes going up and over, it's partly the way because our screen is right behind us. So and it's kind of up there. So I'm currently looking at it. You can tell I'm looking at something. So it's not because we're not paying attention. It's because you guys just don't get to see my nose today. You don't see my forehead. So, are you good on like half your face?
But
Half your face is on Instagram.
half of it's on Instagram.
Half of it, just half your face. So today we're going over cereal. We've gone over a few different things. So basically what this is, we're looking at ingredient labels and just breaking it down for you guys. This is something that, like, you know, not very beefy. I mean, at least for us, like, I don't stand in the grocery store and look at food labels anymore. And then if you do, you'd stand there, sit there for 45 minutes looking up all the ingredients because the lists are so long. And so we're just kind of starting to break these down. And then we also can be more familiar with the type of food that's in our cupboard and then what to avoid in the future. So lots of preservatives and things like that. So yeah, today we're doing cereal. And it's going to be great. So if you're hopping in, say hello. Did it not work on? Oh, sorry. Instagram's being weird. Now it's working. Sheesh. So say hi if you're here. We actually can see comments today. So yay, seeing comments. We are streaming all over the place. We're streaming on Facebook. 2 spots on Facebook, 1 on YouTube, and 1 on Instagram. So if you don't follow us in any of those other places, you could go follow us and
Yes, please go follow us.
Follow us. Follow us, like, share, subscribe, all of that goodness. I don't know. I guess that's just what you say when you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool like that. No, I'm kidding. So we're looking these things up in ingredient lists in real time. And yeah, we're doing cereal today. We have 2 different cereals that were in our cupboard. And our first one is this one. We're not going to, I don't even know. You can't even throw people under the bus. You just have to, I don't even know. We're not throwing people under the bus. Right. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to say that one. I'll let him decide how to.
We're doing. I'm gonna cover up the brand, but I'm gonna tell you what it's called, so you know what the brand is. But whatever. Raisin Bran Crunch.
It's the Raisin Bran Crunch.
Yeah.
Cereal.
It's one of the few cereals I still eat. I actually eat it more as like a dessert. So are you ready?
So strange. My phone, this phone and stuff is being really weird right now. So
just as a reminder, when you're looking at ingredient lists on products, it starts with whatever has the most volume and it goes in descending order. Let's see. The first ingredient is whole grain wheat.
Which is good. I don't know. That's good. It's interesting because I feel like this ingredient list, when I was looking at them, was like the most underwhelming, but like also some of the things in it are interesting that just surprised me, I guess. So anyway, whole grain wheat. Good.
Yeah. Good. One of the things we're gonna have to do maybe in a later video is tell you what whole grain wheat
wheat
is.
The processing of wheat.
Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely, as we're doing these things, there's things we could dive into on them. That you see it, and in my mind, right, I saw whole grain wheat and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. But like, then if you actually look into closer how they come up with that whole grain wheat, it's not so great, right? Like, you could look at a chicken in the grocery store and be like, oh, good, it has chicken in it, but they don't tell you how they got that chicken there. So there's a lot of other processing that happens to that anyway. So whole grain wheat.
Second ingredient is sugar.
That is the second ingredient on a cereal list. So the sugar content in a serving of this, a serving is 1 cup. The sugar content is, what is it?
19 grams.
It's 19 grams total. 13 grams are added sugars, which is, that's something to keep an eye on. Like that's up in that nutrition label, is the added sugar is horrendous in comparison to the total sugar. So 13 grams, only 6 of those grams come from natural sources. Like sugars can come in wheat sometimes. I don't think so. It counts as a carb. I don't think you can really, but it depends on how processed it is. But in this case, it's the raisins. So the added sugar is high in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Third ingredient is rice.
Okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but rice is also another highly processed food. So again, some of these things on here are, we'll have to just do completely separate videos of these things. But rice in like other countries, right? Like Japan, they eat a lot of rice. In those places, they eat a lot of rice in places like Japan, and it's different processing there than it is here. The agricultural standards are different. Yeah. So that's one thing to note on that.
Yeah. Next ingredient is raisins.
Raisins. Okay.
Raisins.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is wheat bran.
Wheat bran. So wheat bran is, I mean, I remember my mom eating that when when we were kids.
Yeah. It's horrible. I hated it.
It's wheat bran. Yeah, they add that in there, I think, for extra fiber. Depending on how they get it, though, could be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Next ingredient, whole grain oats.
Whole grain oats. Okay.
Then brown sugar syrup.
Brown sugar syrup. Huh. Why use? I mean, it's obviously like, what's the difference between, like, obviously you think of brown sugar versus brown syrup. Like, it's nice to have like the syrupy texture, right? You get like a syrup that helps bind things together. I mean, this is in terms of like baking, but brown sugar is a granulated sweetener with molasses, while brown sugar syrup is a liquid sweetener made by dissolving brown sugar in water. So basically they just dissolved it in water. Yeah, it's really just that's the difference between it. Which is not terrible, but okay.
Okay.
Then
vegetable glycerin.
that's interesting. No, not that phone.
Vegetable.
No
glycerin.
phone. Bad phone. Vegetable. Why use glycerin? That's terrifying. Vegetable glycerin. Oh my gosh, how do you spell it?
GLY.
Y.
SER.
It's used for its moisturizing properties. You can use it topically to heal the skin. Moisturizing. So why use vegetable glycerin? So it's glycerin in
Cereal.
Used in cereal to act as a sweetener.
What is humectant?
I don't know. It acts as a sweetener, humectant, and preservative, which helps improve its moisture, texture, and shelf life. So we need to look up, what is humectant? What is not B, humectant. Humectant. It's a spray, it says. It's a substitute that draws moisture from the environment and deeper skin layers to the skin surface. So it's talking about skin.
Helping to keep it hydrated, plump, and supple.
So it keeps
hydrated.
Although I don't know, that sounds like concerning. That's a little confusing, because if they're trying to keep it hydrated, they're adding it to cereal. A substance that draws moisture from the environment. What? Why would they be trying to draw moisture from the environment?
My only thought is as a preservative for the raisins.
Oh, that could be it. Why? So it was to make it increase shelf life. Texture, sweeten. So the preservation, its ability to retain moisture acts as a preservative. So they use that, and then it draws the water to it as opposed to the other stuff. Is kind of what I would guess. Like it's osmosis, right? It's drawing the water to it. Prevents sugar crystallization in products.
Okay.
Okay. Use, benefits, side effects. Here we go. Let's go down. Common uses, potential benefits, skin moisturizer, skin health. This is all if you use it topically. So it's very interesting. Constipation, again, all topical. But also, I guess if you're eating it, it helps with, that's interesting. It helps with constipation. They're putting it in that Raisin Bran there. Okay. So side effects considered safe. Allergic reaction. When ingested, it can cause headaches, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, excess thirst in some people. So that's not great side effects to vegetable glycerin.
Yeah. And then the rest of these contain 2% or less.
This is where things get fun.
Corn syrup.
All right. There we go with the corn again. Using some of that cheap, highly pesticided liquid that's also really extra sugary. It has higher glycemic load. It's extra sweet. Higher glycemic load, so you can use less of it. It's cheaper, but it's bad for you. So there's that.
Salt.
Oh, okay.
Then the ingredient after that is natural flavor.
Natural flavor, again, with all the natural flavor, petroleum and stuff. Could be petroleum, and it could be anything.
Next one is modified cornstarch.
Modified cornstarch.
It's not really an ingredient.
It sounds like science experiments.
When you put a qualifier in front of
the
ingredient, then it's not really an ingredient.
It's not really an ingredient. It's a modified cornstarch. Food additive created by physically, chemically, and enzymatically altering natural starch to improve its functional properties, such as thickening, stabilizing, or binding. So basically, they took cornstarch and they're like, here, let's chemically modify this and put it in some food. It doesn't sound like things our body. So a lot of this stuff too, I think it's important to always keep in your mind that like, okay, maybe that doesn't sound so bad, but like, are we really supposed to be eating that? Like, is our bodies really made to be consuming something modified in a lab and then eaten? Like I in my mind, I mean, logically, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, some people could argue, I mean, I don't know. Well, they could argue that like, I actually don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the argument to that would be.
I don't know what you're talking about. That kid.
Oh, I was just talking about how, chemically modified food. Why would we, eating that would be bad for you, right? Like, obviously, in my mind, that seems like it's obvious it should be bad for you. Hi, Michelle. So, like, I don't know what the argument would be behind chemically modified food in a lab would be.
The argument?
Would there be an argument for it, or just money?
Money.
There's if you're making money from it, that's why. But I mean, like, just the natural person to consume that, other than money, right? Like,
hi, Chrissy.
What could the natural reason to want to consume that would be?
The natural reason,
or not natural? What would like like just everyday people just be like, yes, let's eat a chemically modified thing.
They don't have one.
No. Okay.
Again, it's money.
I know.
No, but
Hi, Chrissy. Hey, Jamie.
It's not just, it's people eat it because it's cheap.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it is. Yeah. It's they chemically modify it to make it cheaper and to so make it sweeter, make it do this, make it do that, and then
Well, that's
or not. Yeah. And so it
no,
makes it.
no,
Well,
they don't chemically modify it to make it cheaper. They chemically modify it so that more people can sell more,
right.
and then as again, this is another reason why now we want to get into the Fed and money.
Oh, okay.
Get into Fed and money.
Josh's gonna go off
and
about
inflation.
money.
No,
Inflation and stuff. Okay.
people think that they can afford more, or that they're getting a decent lifestyle eating this stuff because they're not realizing actual food because it's more expensive. That the money they're making isn't going as far, or they're not being the powers that be are telling them, hey, your lifestyle is better than it was 20 years ago,
Right.
but really, no, it's not, because the things you should be buying with
Right.
your food budget,
funds, yeah.
You don't have enough to actually buy food. You have to go
Right.
buy.
Yeah, you have to go buy
this.
fake stuff. Yeah. And then it makes you sick. And then it makes you sicker. And then they're like, yeah. And then so then later on, you're spending more money on doctor's bills. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense.
Or yeah, you're spending more money on doctor's bills, but it's actually more nefarious than that. It's now the insurance companies and all the regulatory bodies and big companies like this one, they come into agreements and say,
yeah,
we're going to negotiate insurance rates. We're going to pass laws and regulations to make people
not even rabbit holes.
To make people have to do what we tell them, or have to fall under the system that we're implementing. Thereby, we can take their money without them. Without no force.
Yeah.
Without just say we're gonna and it comes out of your paycheck before you even get your money, or before you even it's handed to you. It's taken out. But anyways,
that was a tangent, but that's okay. It's still important to notice that stuff is happening. Like, our food is being made cheaper and making us sicker, and so there is things that's being put into that stuff that's just not good for us, but other people are making money from it. So it's true. Okay, what's our next ingredient on our 2% or less list?
Molasses.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, and then the next one's palm oil.
Palm oil. Wasn't that like I've heard bad things about palm oil, but I could be wrong. If anybody ever wants to throw other things out there, like if you're like, ooh, I know. Oil. Bad for you. It's the first thing that came up. Palm oil. Its health impact is debatable, but is high in saturated fat, which can increase the risk of heart disease and raise LDL cholesterol. But saturated fat isn't necessarily bad. It's just the chemical saturated fats, right? Like the ones that are really highly processed, like beef fat is not bad for you, right? They're finding that now that is not a bad thing for you. Butter is not bad for you. The thing that turned heart disease skyrocketed after the introduction of margarine. I don't know if that's a saturated fat. Is margarine a saturated fat?
I don't remember all the.
But yeah, after the introduction, all those things. I don't remember those off the top of my head either. I'll have to do extra research on that. But yeah, so it's just like the saturated fat isn't necessarily bad. It's the really highly processed saturated fats that are in there. New to these videos, do you guys help? Yeah, so what we're doing is breaking down food labels, and we've done 5 of these. So you can go on the page and scroll down if you want, and we go through different labels. So like yesterday we did, what did we do yesterday? Chips. And it's mostly just educational purposes, like just letting you know what's in your food. And like what we're eating, and all the processes and all the stuff. Like we did condiments, mayonnaise, ketchup. We did bread one day, and it's just to educate. It really is just to educate on what is in stuff.
And every once in a while we do. we do get into different ways of
like what you can do instead.
Helping you to do instead.
Yeah. I mean, we could start incorporating that too, but
right.
I mean, overall, it just comes down to also just eat real food. Like, I mean, eat real food, but know where your food is coming from. So like, you can't just go to the grocery store and be like, look, real food. Like our food and grocery stores are pesticide filled. And I mean, there's only so much you can avoid, right? It's really hard at this point, but the less you can do with whole foods, the better, as opposed to processed foods. But even then, that's so hard. Like, so we'll eventually start getting into so many. I mean, we have lots of goals for this. And so we just started it. And so we're just doing labels at a time and kind of coming up and doing stuff that's in our own cupboard. And then, talking about it, of course. I mean, in me, in my head, I don't eat any cereal, but cereal, I mean, I just have eggs for breakfast. Or I'll have, my kids have like oatmeal. Farm fresh eggs, yeah. So
no worries.
Stuff like that. But
usually.
But we do like to also, I mean, it's just kind of like getting into stuff, just figuring out what's in our cupboard, breaking it down, talking about what is in each thing. So it's just kind of eye-opening, like, oh my gosh, I've been eating that and that's actually what it does. Because I think a lot of people think, oh, I ate that when I was a kid, so it's not that bad. Well, in the past 20 years, they've been adding more stuff to food that I think a lot of us we just don't know about. Like, we all say, oh, I ate that when I was a kid and it wasn't that bad. Or I ate that when I was a kid and this is something I've experienced. Like, it tastes different now. And it's because they're adding more crap into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not because our taste buds changed. It's literally because the food has changed. So we haven't done any kind of candy yet. That could be really interesting.
Yeah. There's a common complaint from people from Scandinavia, like Sweden, especially from Sweden, that they hate American chocolate.
Oh.
Because what's the complaint? It tastes like, I can't remember what the word was, but it's basically, it just tastes artificial. It does not taste like, and it tastes fake. And they smell it too. They can smell it in the chocolate.
Well, I can. I don't like the Hershey's chocolate. I shouldn't say that, but I do not like the flavor or taste or any of it. It's so
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good to do your own stuff. The more you can do yourself, the better. The more you can support local small farmers, the better. It really is. It's just becoming it's so bad. There's so much stuff in all of our food now, and it's just causing havoc upon the gut. Like, really, that's kind of one of the main, biggest, terrible things that it's wreaking havoc on is the gut. And it's not like the gut can just fix itself in like a day.
And and your gut is the vast majority of your immune system. Yeah,
your whole body. Like, everything comes from your gut. You're like, oh, I have eczema. Yeah, fix your gut. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying there could be other things too, but
I only said that for
many things. Yeah,
legal purposes.
We don't want to. Yeah, it's not like
if we ever blow up. I mean, we're so small.
No. Right, we're not like, it's not like we're a big deal or anything. But yeah, so it's if it helps your, supports all of that stuff. The gut is kind of there's a gut brain connection where, if your gut's off, there's so many things in our body that gets thrown off. So, which is why Koso's amazing. Sorry, I had to say that because it is.
All right.
Next ingredient.
Palm oil. We did palm oil.
Yes.
Okay, cinnamon.
That's not terrible.
I like cinnamon a lot.
Cinnamon's good for blood sugar levels. It helps support healthy blood sugar levels.
It's one of my favorite things.
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Cinnamon.
I had no idea. I thought we like cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
I feel like I only make cinnamon rolls, so I just need to put cinnamon in everything.
And the next ingredient is honey.
Honey, okay. I mean, that's fine.
Oh man, I don't know how to pronounce this. Next ingredient, mixed tocopherols.
What?
Tocopherols. TOCO.
What is a tocopherol? Mixed? What is so TOCO?
TOCO. PHER.
PH.
There you go. ER.
It's an oil.
And it says in parentheses vitamin E for freshness. This is the last ingredient, by the way.
A fat soluble antioxidants that protect cells from damage. Interesting.
Chemical name.
Chemical name for the group of compounds that make up vitamin E.
Okay, so
Oh, no. So this isn't that. Vitamin E, that's deceiving. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant. A vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin.
yeah,
That's an antioxidant.
this is a
So
synthetic vitamin E. is
okay,
what they're telling you.
yeah. So
It's a
synthetic vitamin E. So going off again about synthetic vitamins, if you're not familiar, like, so synthetic vitamins are what is going to be in predominantly every single multivitamin that you find. If you are getting fortified vitamins in your food, they're synthetic vitamins. And so a single synthetic vitamin, your body can't absorb it very easily. Vitamins that are found in food in nature are typically linked together with other vitamins so your body can absorb it. So if you find vitamins like this is like, oh, good, it's a vitamin E that's good for you. But if it's a synthetic man-made vitamin, your body is just gonna get rid of it. It's gonna get rid of it. So then, not only that, if your body's having to get rid of it, it's going through your liver, your kidneys, and it's getting more work that doesn't need to be there. And that's another thing to note about a lot of really synthetic vitamins and stuff. And while yes, they are water soluble vitamins, this one's a fat soluble vitamin, but water soluble vitamins and stuff, your kidneys and liver are still having to do that. So I mean, if we do that over many, many years, our kidneys and liver are like, I'm tired. I'm done filtering out all these fake vitamins. Just done with that. We're done. And then they just stop. So anyway,
puts them strain. It strains them, thereby aging them quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's like, oh, take all these synthetic vitamins, take all these vitamins. They're good for you. But really, you need to be getting your vitamins like it comes down to, and before I found COSO, it was like, it comes down to like, get your vitamins from food. Now, the problem we run into now is most of the food here, at least in America, is very low nutrient because the soil has been depleted so bad, or, they're not doing the right things. They're giving synthetic fertilizers back to the ground instead of organic fertilizers back to the ground. Organic not being, look, it says organic, like cow poop and your compost and stuff like that. It's not being given back to the ground. And so it's just destroying the soil, and it's leaching all of the ingredients from the soil, or the nutrients from the soil. And so then your vitamins are just not going to be as abundant in the fruits and vegetables that we get from the grocery store. So
yeah.
So that was that one.
Yeah, we're gonna go through one more.
We're gonna do one more. This one is like the best one, and it actually has added sugars into it. So it's like technically not the best one, but it has like probably the best ones you can find are this without all the sugar added. But I mean, sugar, so this thing.
Sugar.
So sugar.
Yeah, we're doing
checks.
Checks.
Checks. Basically cinnamon checks. They're sugar checks.
Yeah.
Cinnamon checks.
Told you I like cinnamon. Yeah. All right. First ingredient, whole grain rice. Went through that. Next ingredient, rice. Then next, sugar. Okay. Now we're into canola and or sunflower oil.
Yeah, we learned about this yesterday with the and or. So basically, they can put sunflower or canola oil without changing the ingredient list, therefore making it cheaper for them to do it. So whichever one is easiest to get or cheapest to get, that's what they use basically.
And you don't know what you're getting.
And you don't know what you're getting. So it could be
both. One, the other, any
combination of that.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting thing we looked up yesterday.
Then salt. The next cinnamon. Next molasses. Next rosemary extract.
Which that's just basically you just, to get an extract, you take an herb and you put it in alcohol. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you do that. So, I mean, that's not terrible.
Next is natural flavor. Again.
So with natural flavors, if you're not, I mean, we did say that a little earlier on the live. Natural flavors are just flavors that could be anything.
And
or where they came from.
Oh. Yeah, and then last ingredient is
vitamin E. The mixed
tocopherols.
So fake vitamin E.
So it has the same stuff as.
I will note also with fat soluble vitamins, this is something I just thought of. So the fat soluble vitamins stay in, like your fat absorbs them. Water soluble vitamins, so you can OD on vitamin that are fat soluble, but most people don't. Like vitamin D, vitamin E are the two right off the top of my head that are fat soluble vitamins. So you can get too much of that, but also your body stores it a lot longer. So if you have like this fake vitamin D that's now in your fat cells, like, or E, like that's interesting. Just like, I don't know, it's just kind of what my brain did. It just stores in your fat stores. And then the water soluble vitamins just flush out through pee and stuff, sweat and such. Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Great.
Yep. So this
All
one
right.
says added to preserve. So it's also saying that vitamin E is used as a preservative.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Chex has the same ingredients as.
Yeah.
The Raisin Bran Crunch, and the Crunch has added things.
Has all those added funky things.
Yes.
So the Chex have really good. It's like a basic, simple. Like the more simple your ingredient label. So that's kind of like what we wanted to point out with doing both of those next to each other. Is the more simple your ingredient label, the better. If you look at something and it's got all these weird things, like if you're seeing these first few ingredients and you're like, okay, and then you get to the end and there's like 12 other things at the bottom, those are all the things you need to be worried about. Your preservatives, your fillers, all of this stuff typically is at the end, and then it works its way up from the back, which it does still have a small amount in it. But however, a lot of these things that are in that our bodies just don't recognize. And so it has to process them, and it has to go through your liver and kidneys to get rid of it. And it just makes those things age faster. So it makes you sicker. I mean, it's just kind of natural process of body, I guess.
Natural process of body.
Natural processes. I mean, it's just logical, right? Like we can logically say that's what happens. So anyway. So that was our cereal episode. If you guys ever have any ideas of things that you want to hear more about, if you're like, ooh, I want to know what's in this or whatever, you can also, like, gosh, I'm trying to think how we do that, because we don't have, like, I don't feel like going and buying Oreos to go over Oreos, right? So, but I feel weird also, we might just have to or something, you know what I mean? Because I feel weird going over it without having it physically in hand and being like, this is literally what the label says, instead of like reading it off of a picture. Or we could go on Amazon and be like, here's the link. I mean, I guess we wouldn't want to do that, but like we could go on Amazon and look up ingredient labels on there too. But if you guys ever have something that you want us to go over, or if you're like, hey, you should like talk about wheat, you know, like what you were saying, like we could talk about, we could do an entire video on wheat. We could do
the process.
So the processes, there's lots of things like we're planning on doing, because I feel like eventually, you know, we'll run out of food labels. So eventually there will be no more. I mean, that's probably not true, but yeah.
All right.
So that was our cereal. If you missed the live, it will be posted, and then we'll post some different clips and stuff. I'm trying to get little clips from each live so that I can post them and stuff. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. And we will see you all on the next live.
Thanks for watching.